Traders, we are getting ready for a really big drop in the markets. It is coming. Let's get straight into it. Don't place a trade based on what you're seeing in this video because there is no guarantees of making a profit in the market. It takes you a long time to become a good trader. So this video here is just to educate you to become a much better trader. Alrighty, traders. So let's get into today's. Firstly, guys, if you need help, that trading course there, you can grab access to the free. You get free membership access to that. First link in the description. Go get access to that right now. Now, let's have a look at the good old stocky market. So, yesterday I came out and I said on the Dow Jones that we have indeed started to form more of a bearish pattern in the markets, and we need to listen to the markets. So I talked about how that the Dow Jones had a high, lower high, lower high, and a lower high. And then now look what happened here. We had a high and a higher low, and we dropped here to make a lower low, right? And now I said the market is talking to us, and now we're getting a lower high through here. And that's actually very, very, very weak in the markets there. If indeed we do continue to follow through and continue this lower high, which is probably likely to happen, then we're going to probably get a close below 32,500. And then guess what, guys? All of this here, if you've been watching me now for quite some time, you'll know when the market does nothing for quite some time, it's building up a lot of energy. And then when it breaks, we're probably likely to release the energy, and it's going to be to the downside around that 29,000 level there. So that's actually a big thing that's happening right now on the good old Dow Jones. The S&P 500 has actually got two different types of patterns that I want to share with you. The first pattern I'm seeing through here is this triangle pattern through here. And I talked about this in yesterday's video as well, that we're getting a lot of resistance all through these levels through here. Resistance, 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 and now becomes support. And I was saying that if we continue to fall through the floor when it comes back down to there, get back inside the channel, then I have my target is actually down here. So if this is some sort of false breakout pattern, and we start to get that, which is probably likely to be somewhere through, right through there, I would say. Right, so somewhere probably through, yeah, it's probably somewhere through there. So you can see that through there. If we do get into this channel through here, then this whole thing is a false breakout. And when that happens, we're probably likely to get down to 3,300 on there. So that's the very first pattern that I see on the S&P 500. The second one is one that I haven't actually talked about for a while, is this one through here. Look at this here. This is a repetitive pattern happening in the S&P 500, and it's happening right now. It's been happening for the last 12 months plus. And what is that? As you can see, that this market does this, right? So the market actually, it'll rally up, it'll make a high, it'll come down, it'll break above that high, it will be a false breakout, down, up, and then a new low to come into place, right? Look what happens again. It comes up, creates a resistance, comes down, breaks above the resistance, comes down, creates a lower high, and then a new low in place. Look what happened recently. Came up, hit resistance, came down, came up, false breakout, came down, rallied up, lower high through there. Look at this here. So every time we broke it, every time we had the false breakout, right? False breakout, false breakout, false breakout. We then what? We then created a lower high situation, and a lower high situation through there, right? So you can see this whole market that's actually happening right now is creating this lower high situation in the marketplace, and it's the exact same pattern that's happening. So there is a real big probability, a massive, massive, massive probability that we're about to see. I had the Sean Sheck for redemption in my mind. I have no idea why I just thought that. We're probably likely to see a bit of a waterfall, guys, right? It is about to happen. And look at this thing through here, right? We're definitely developing that. And this is a repetitive pattern that's been happening. This is a repetitive pattern that's been happening for the last 12 months, and it's forming again right now in the marketplace, right? So one thing I want to share with you, so that's what I want to share with you on the S&P 500. Also, looking at there's a few markets through here as well too. So let's have a look at the transports. This is something I was actually talking about with my private clients. Look at the transports. The transports is actually not looking too good as well, the IYT. And the reason why this is not looking too good is because we've come back down And we're now testing this area as resistance, right? So if I bring this up through to here as well, right? So somewhere through there, that'll be the resistance level there. So this transports, if we start to break below this 230 we start to get below, say, the 225, then this whole thing, once again, this whole thing is going to be one big massive false breakout to the upside. Right, that's going to be one big massive false breakout, and then we're likely to see this thing come back down. This actually start to head back down through there. So everything's looking quite weak through there. Also, the home builder index. Look at the home builder index is doing the exact same thing, guys. Again, this is false breakout city. False breakout city. So we see through here once again. Look at this here. We've had a whole bunch of area resistance. We've had this whole area of breaking into the upside, and we have two levels of support. Right. Two levels of support, and then resistance through there. So there's two levels of support and resistance in the marketplace. If indeed we do start to see this breaking back below the 66, getting to the 65 level, that is indeed a false breakout. And then we're likely to see a bit of a waterfall happening in the marketplace once again, right? So that's the big thing I'm noticing through there as well too. Also, the one of the other ones that I'm noticing as well too, the exact same thing is, look at this here. This is the financial sector. Financial sectors. Everything is about to get crushed. It's not looking too good. And I told you guys, some of you guys are still long these markets hoping it's going to go up. And I said yesterday that this is actually not looking too good. And if we start to get the rollover, then that's the warning sign that you guys that are long, short term anyway, this is for that, then you're about to get absolutely crushed. And this is exactly what's happened. Look at this here. The exact same thing. Once again, look at this. So it had resistance, broke up, false breakout. It actually broke back below. And look at this here. Now this whole area through here is what? Two sides of now resistance in the marketplace before we start to get something like this coming in the marketplace, right? So moving on the downside through there on the financial sector market there. So that's what I'm seeing through there, guys. Let's have a quick look at the gold and the silver market. And as I talked about yesterday, I'm expecting to see more downside to come out of the gold and silver market. Everything's just looking quite weak from here. We had a big move up, a big move down, and we're actually starting to get this little rollover here. I wouldn't say that gold doesn't look like it's going to have too much of a move now. I would expect I would expect gold to maybe do a little bit more sideways movement and then a drop. But that's what I'm seeing through there for when it comes to the gold market. Looking at also looking at the gold and gold mining stocks, is that I talked about this yesterday as well too, that the gold mining stocks was creating a head and shoulder formation. And then we got this down, up, and now we're probably going to get this down period through here. So we're getting that through there. Again, I wouldn't expect, it still can happen, but I was actually expecting to see possibly a bit more of a, maybe a bit more of a sideways movement through here first and then a drop down. So we have to wait and see what actually happens with that. But that's what I'm seeing through there, guys. There's a lot of negative things that's happening in the markets right now. And some of you guys in the comment sections are still not listening to the markets. The markets are getting very, very, very weak. And again, the simple thing is, what is the market telling us? Higher low, higher low. This is a lower low, lower high, a lower high, and a lower high. So the market is now rolling over. It went up, it went sideways, and now we're starting to see a shift on the downside. So I wouldn't be too surprised, guys. Get ready, because the market is about to start to see, it's about to enter a phase of seeing a pretty strong waterfall in the markets.